Well, in less than 24 hours, SNAP benefits for over 600,000 Coloradans will run out because of the government shutdown. It has led to funding freezes that affect millions more across the country. Now, Colorado is stepping in to help. The Joint Budget Committee is approving $10 million from the state's Emergency General Fund to offer more grants for food banks and pantries across our state.
What is happening this weekend is unprecedented. The Colorado Department of Human Services told me they have prepared for similar situations during other shutdowns, but that it was always resolved before any actual delays. Want to give you a closer look at that timeline. When the federal government partially shut down in December of 2018, SNAP benefits for January of 2019, they were delivered on time. That shutdown continued, but then the Department of Agriculture asked states to issue those benefits early so that there wasn't actually a lapse, and then the shutdown ended on January 25th. So while the benefits were delivered, the timing was off, so some people had to deal with a gap of up to 50 days. It's why what is happening tomorrow is so different. I asked the Action Center in Jefferson County about the domino effect we can now expect.
Honestly, it's an emotional thing to think about, to be honest, because I don't know the answer. I mean, what will likely happen? You know, if I were to just think about my own experience when I was on SNAP and it was a struggle, they're going to have to go to several different pantries in the month to make it work. They're going to be taking loans that they can't pay back. I mean, there's probably a whole lot of things that families will have to figure out in the next month or two. And we're going into the holidays, so it's already a super stressful time of year.
So the Action Center usually serves anywhere from 200 to 300 people every day. They are now working to ramp up for an extra 40 to 50 more people a day. They also know, though, they're not going to reach everyone who needs the help. So right now, all of these nonprofits, all of these community groups, they're talking to each other. And Denver 7's Lauren Lennon is joining us live from the Food Bank of the Rockies. And Lauren, they are trying to scale up as quickly as they can.
Yeah, Anusha, that's right. In fact, they tell me that they've never had to face a challenge like this before. In fact, they say they're already seeing the highest level of food insecurity that they've seen in 10 years. And joining me this morning is Joanna Wise. Thank you for joining us. Right now, we're in you all's food distribution center. Walk me through how different this will look come next week.
Well, come next week, we are really going to be amplifying the amount of food that we are distributing to our hunger relief partners. And so we are going to start to see more semi-trucks delivering food. Those will be proteins, produce, a lot of the items that our neighbors really need at this time.
And, you know, for people who may unfortunately find themselves in a situation where they're directly affected by these SNAP cuts, what is the best course of action for them?
We have more than 700 hunger relief partners, so the best thing to do is to go to our website, foodbankrockies.org. We have a find food tool where if you enter your address, you will see a list of all of our partners' food distribution sites that are closest to you. So that is the best route to take. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We want everyone to know that we are here to be able to help.
And of course, we've been hearing from viewers reaching out to us, and I'm sure you guys have in the past 30 days of this shutdown, people wanting to support, wanting to help those affected. What is the best course of action for them?
This is a challenge that we have never faced before, and we've had a lot of people who have been reaching out. The best way to support food banks right now is by monetary donations. That is because of the buying power that we have. So I mentioned the semi-trucks coming in. We're able to bring in that much food immediately because of the way that we are able to leverage our buying power.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And Dan and Anusha, throughout the morning, we'll be speaking with more Food Bank of the Rockies staff and also food banks who are receiving extra supplies from food banks of the Rockies, and we'll keep you updated and keeping an eye on today, going into tomorrow, how these food banks are preparing.
Yeah, when you hear that the largest food bank in the state is saying that this is a challenge that they have never seen before, it really puts into scope the gravity of the situation. Lauren, thank you so much for your reporting. Now, we want to hear from you about what your community is doing to help your neighbors that rely on SNAP in this time of need. We got some great responses to this post on our Facebook page. You can scan the QR code on your screen to share yours.